Okay, so now that we've actually created some drums, a bass, some melody, we've tweaked some of the sounds and recorded some of the automation, let's now flick over into our session view, and you can see that the reason why I was actually creating some different variations of our drums and bass and lead was so that we've actually got some clips to play with. Now, the clips are the loops that we were working with, and now that we're actually in the session view, these are the musical loops that we were creating before. And each track, you can see we've got the kit over here. If we could just go to the volume section here, we've got our drum kit, we've got the Juno bass, and then we've got the Celestial pad here as well. And what we can do is each clip is represented vertically in the session view. We've also got horizontal groups of clips which we call scenes, which can be triggered with these pads down here as well. We can move around the session either left or right by track or clip, or we can go up and down by scene. So it's a very nice way of being able to move around what could potentially be quite a big project. If we hold down the shift button, we can now move around in banks of 8 around the session view as well. Okay, so if we start sort of jamming with some of these ideas, you'll notice that the actual clip colours on screen are represented on the pad controller itself as well. So if we start hitting play here, now if we press two pads that don't have a clip in there, then it will stop the playing pads in there. Do is actually go into each individual sound itself. So let's maybe, you can see that we've got volume controls for the drums, for the bass, and for our chords. If we go into the track button here, we can now select individual tracks and then have full control. So we've got the volume for our drums here, we've got our panning, and we've got access to the 3 send effects I've actually got over here as well. So on the first one we've got some reverb, we've got some delay, and then a ping pong delay. Similarly, if I wanted to go into the bass, I can select bass, and now we've got the same controls for bass and for the pad. If we go into the volume control here, we can, into the pan and send section here, we can control the pans for each individual track. If we hit that button again, we can now control send A for each track, send B for each track, and then send C for each track. And of course, if you had more send effects set up, they would then show up in there as well. Is when you are jamming with some of these different ideas and you come up with some variations or some combinations that you like, if you hit this new button, it actually creates and captures that as a new scene so that your idea is not lost. So if we wanted to, if I hit this new button, so we've got these 3 different clips playing here. If I hit the new button, we've now captured it down here as well, so we can start playing that. So I hope this video has been informative. You've learned a little bit more about what the push unit and Live 9 is all about. Please go and visit the guys down at GAK in Brighton, or you can visit gak.co.uk for more information.